Assassin's Creed Black Flag was such a success with its cool, awesome pirate bit that they decided to make its own solo game based on the pirate bit of Assassin's Creed 4. That must be amazing if you love that game, but if you're the company called Rare, who are also making a new pirate game, you might be slightly worried. So, which is the best? Obviously at this point we don't know, but in today's video I'm just going to tell you the facts about each game and what we know and what we can compare them on, and you yourself can decide which one you think's the best. So make sure you go and like and subscribe and comment down below which one you're most excited for, and we'll get on with the video. So the first thing you'd think is that the gameplay is exactly the same between the two games.
Hell to the no, to the no, 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 no. Hell no, no.
Gameplay wise, these two games are very, very different. One, you control every different person on the ship who are all doing different jobs, and you can switch between them. For example, you can be playing as someone who's sailing, then switch to the guns, shoot, and then switch back, and then switch to the lookout who's looking at other ships to see where they are. So there's a lot of switching between people who are doing different roles, like on Assassin's Creed Black Flag. On Sea of Thieves, on the other hand, it's very, very different. You control one character who can go around doing each job, so rather than instantly switching to sailing from the cannons, you have to run up to the sailing thing and sail. I forgot what the correct terminology is for that, I don't know why, it's just completely gone from me. So yeah, you gotta manually run between them, so if you want to shoot the cannons you have to run up to the cannons, manually load them, then shoot them yourself, then switch between them. And because there's only 4 people on your team, there's a lot of running around doing different jobs. Now, a big part of gameplay in pirate games is what you do when you finally immobilise a ship and actually getting onto the ship and boarding it. In Skull and Bones, it isn't as cool as I'd hoped it was going to be, and it seems like it's just going to be automatically done when you pull up next to an immobilised ship. It'll just automatically take out the crew, then you'll be back on the high seas, which honestly isn't that cool. I really liked in Assassin's Creed where you could just board the ship with your pirate crew and help them take out all the crew, but in this it just seems like it's just going to be done straight away and isn't as entertaining. Now, Sea of Thieves, on the other hand, is way, way cooler. You can actually jump on the ship by just jumping off your ship onto theirs, or you can launch yourself over with a cannon onto their ship and then fight them with cutlasses or with blunderbusses and things like that. There are a range of different weapons, and obviously your cutlass, which you can use to sword fight the other pirates on their ship, which just reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean and sounds amazing. Way more entertaining than it automatically being done. Both also approach multiplayer quite differently. Both are shared worlds, but in Skull and Bones you ally yourselves with different factions or like groups or whatever they're called. I think they're called gangs, and you work with that gang to play in different 5v5 game modes, like the one shown in the gameplay trailer that I keep showing. Sea of Thieves, on the other hand, is a shared open world that keeps developing and changing, and you can explore it with your friends and your crew, and you'll run into other enemies and other players in this world while you explore it for different treasure on treasure maps and things like that. Now, as you just heard there, Sea of Thieves is really big on the exploration, because you just wander around doing what you really want in Sea of Thieves, so you can do nothing and just explore or follow certain treasure maps and things like that. Whereas in Skull and Bones it's quite different, because you're just kind of, it seems like you're just going to be stuck on the water on your ship, which I don't think is the best and the most fun thing they could have done, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Lastly, the different ship types are also available in both games. In Skull and Bones, there's different classes which do different things, like the one that goes up close with a battering ram, or one that stays back and fires mortars, all for different purposes and different types of playstyles. Whereas in Sea of Thieves, it basically just depends on how many people you have on your ship to how big it is, which is very useful for if you don't really want to control a huge ship with just you. Lastly, there's music in both games. In Sea of Thieves you can actually play your own music and use your own instruments to make your own little band on your ship and play loads of different songs, whereas in the Skull and Bones, you can play different shanties like in Assassin's Creed. So yeah, that's it. I know I didn't really talk about much in this video, but I wanted to try and get through it and get through the important bits without focusing on everything too much. So yeah, I hope I succeeded at that. Please comment down below what you think the better game's going to be, whether it's Skull and Bones or Sea of Thieves. Personally, my favourite is going to be Sea of Thieves, mainly because the exploration based with multiplayer just sounds much better. But tell me what you think, and with that said, I'll see you in the next video.